I spent the rest of the evening staring into the aurora over Dawnstar's Bay. I didn't even help the guards as they cleared the vermin that we slayed half a night earlier. I stood here in the frigid air, shiverless, wanting nothing more than to carve out the heart of the next vampire that I can find. But I know that you would not approve of this hate in my soul, Father. So like this rough amethyst, I will polish out the hatred. I am better than the creatures of which I loathe. It is for you that I came here, and it is you that I will honor, not the hatred. Endurance of more than just the body, and focus of more than just the bow, I shall master. What's up, Carl?
Can't sleep well no matter how much drink I put in me.
One day at a time, buddy. That's how we do it. Miss Frida.
No, I don't have
Must
anything
be
for
brain
bad
rot.
dreams, so don't ask.
A promise is a promise. For you.
Thank you. Here, let an old alchemist pass on some of her secrets to you.
I'm not running out on him now.
Your secret is safe with me.
Well, not a bit of interest in your boss, do you?
Take care now.
Not
You
that
too,
it's any of
Frida.
your business.
Need a room?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I hope your parents are proud of you. They have a lot of reason to be.
Thank you, ma'am. There is still plenty of kindness in this world. A little reading before bed. Let's finish learning this spell. Yeah. And perhaps something a bit more light. Response to Barrow's speech. Or not. By Malvisir Battlemage. On the 14th of last seed, an illusionist by the name of Baravar Barrow gave a very ignorant speech at the Chantry of Julianos in the Imperial City. As ignorant speeches are hardly uncommon, there was no reason to respond to it. Unfortunately, he has since had the speech privately printed as Barrow's Speech to the Battle Mages, and it's received some small, undeserved attention in academic circles. Let us put his misconceptions to rest. Barrow began his lecture with an occasional factual account of famous battle mages from Zuran Arctis, Tiber Septim's Imperial Battle Mage, to Yager Tharn, Uriel Septim VII's Imperial Battle Mage. His intent was to show that where it matters, the Battle Mage relies on other schools of magicka, and not the School of Destruction, which is supposedly a Battle Mage's particular forte. Allow me first to dispute these so-called historical facts. Zuran Arctis did not create the Golem Numidium by spells of mysticism and conjuration as Barrow alleges. The truth is that we don't know how Numidium was created, or if it was a golem or atronach in any traditional sense of those words. Uriel V's battle mage, Hethoth, was not an imperial battle mage. He was simply a sorcerer in the employ of the Empire. Thus, which spells he cast in the various battles on Akavir are irrelevant, not to mention hearsay. Barrow calls Empress Morihatha's battle mage Wellock an accomplished diplomat, but not a powerful student of the School of Destruction. I congratulate Barrow on correctly identifying an Imperial battle mage. But there are many written examples of Wellock's skill in the School of Destruction. The sage Celerus, for example, wrote extensively about Wellock casting the vampiric cloud on the rebellious army of Black Rose, causing their strength and skill to pass on to their opponents. What is this but an impressive example of the School of Destruction? Barrow rather pathetically includes Jaeger Tharn in his list of underachieving battle mages. To use an insane traitor as example of rational behavior is an untenable position. What would Barrow prefer? That Tharn use the School of Destruction to destroy Tamriel by a more traditional means? Barrow uses his misrepresentation of history as the basis for his argument. Even if he had found 4 excellent examples from history of battle mages casting spells outside their school, and he didn't, he would only have anecdotal evidence which isn't enough to support an argument. I could easily find 4 examples of illusionists casting healing spells or Nightblades teleporting. There is a time and a place for everything. Barrow's argument, built on this shaky ground, is that the School of Destruction is not a true school. He calls it narrow and shallow as an avenue of study, and with its students impatient, with megalomaniacal tendencies. How can one respond to this? Someone who knows nothing about casting a spell of destruction criticizing the school for being too simple. Summarizing the School of Destruction as learning how to do the maximum amount of damage in the minimum amount of time is clearly absurd, and he expounds on his ignorance by listing all the complicated factors studied in his own School of Illusion. Allow me in response to list the factors studied in the School of Destruction. The means of delivering the spell matter more in the School of Destruction than any other school, whether it cast at a touch, at a range, in concentric circles, or cast once to be triggered later. What forces must be reined in to cast a spell, fire, lightning, or frost? And what are the advantages and dangers of each? What are the responses from different targets from the assault of different spells of destruction? What are the possible defenses and how may they be assailed? What environmental factors must be taken into consideration? What are the advantages of a spell of delayed damage? Barrow suggests that the School of Destruction cannot be subtle, yet he forgets about all the curses that fall under the mantle of the school, sometimes affecting generation after generation in subtle yet sublime ways. The School of Alteration is a distinct and separate entity from the School of Destruction, and Barrow's argument that they should be merged into one is patently ludicrous. He insists, again, a man who knows nothing about the schools of alteration and destruction is the one insisting this, that damage is part of the changing of reality dealt by the spells of alteration. The implication that levitation, to list a spell of alteration, is a close cousin of shockbolt, a spell of destruction, would make as much sense to say that the School of Alteration, being all about the actuality of change, should absorb the School of Illusion, being all about the appearance of change. It certainly isn't a coincidence that the master of the School of Illusion cast this attack on the School of Destruction. Illusion is, after all about masking the truth. Good morning, everyone. Huh?
What troubles you, my son?
Nothing at the moment, actually. Thank you. You old creepy creeper. The last of the dog stew. And he's off. Oh. Good morning.
So many refuse to talk to us. They call us thieves and smugglers. I am glad to see that you are not such a one.
It sounds like you've had some trouble with the locals.
Mostly, it is the Nords. They do not like outsiders in their land, and so we are forbidden to enter their cities. When they look upon us, they see only pickpockets and skooma dealers. It is most unfair, but we do our best to ignore them.
So how long have you been up in the cold country for?
Not long, in truth. I came to Skyrim after I found myself unwelcome in both Elsewhere and Cyrodiil. I seem to have an unfortunate talent for getting myself involved in misunderstandings with the law. Rasad was able to look past that, and it was he who helped to set me up with a trade caravan. Now I work for him.
Maybe your caravan could do with some more goods, huh? How about this? A set of Redguard night mail, perhaps. Let me get rid of this vampire junk. This meat will only rot with me. I like my ingredients in books, thank you. How about some of these? Thank you, Akari.
I've been looking for you.
Me?
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Are you sure?
Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl.
Huh?
Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
What the Oblivion would the Jarl want with me?
From which side? Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours.
One or the other is bound to win the war eventually. Why not curry favor now, so that the victor will look upon us kindly?
You have the foresight of a Khajiit in a sandstorm. If we offer a discount to both sides, the winners will persecute us for helping the losers and weapons, all for sale at fair.
The most logical conversation I've heard yet. Hi.
Yes?
Oh, okay. How are the roads out there, friend?
Bandits harass the caravans at every step, but Khajiit usually scare them off.
So you guard the caravan?
Yes, I was hired to protect the others as we walk the roads of Skyrim. It is a thankless task, and I would rather be back home in Elsewhere, but I have little choice. Akari freed me from a prison in Cyrodiil, and now I must repay my debt to her. A word of advice, my friend. Do not mix gambling and drink. Taken together, they will empty your pockets of every septim.
Well noted. So bandits seem to be giving you some trouble.
A few days ago, we were ambushed. A nuisance, really. But many of the marauders had quick fingers. One of them stole my moon amulet, given to me by my mother when I was just a cub. It is my only memory of home in this cold land.
Well, if I come across any bandits with a moon amulet, I'll be sure to keep it for you.
You are kind to offer. We believe the bandits are part of a group headquartered here. Be careful. I missed my amulet. But a life cannot be replaced as easily.
Educated and kind. The stereotype upon you is unjust, my friend.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Let's see. Cracked Tusk Keep, huh? If I were to seek these bandits out, I would have to go halfway across Skyrim, back to the Giants' camp with the Orvane, and all the way up to Dawnstar. We shall see. Paxton, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sidgir, and I have the honor to be the Jarl of the proud and ancient city of Falkreath. The fame of your exploits across Skyrim has brought you to my attention. If you are interested in becoming the Thane of Falkreath Hold, I invite you to speak with me the next time you are in Falkreath. Aside from the honor that accrues the title, my Thanes are entitled to a personal housecarl. I also can tell you privately that a choice parcel of land in Falkreath would be available for your purchase should your services prove useful to me. I look forward to meeting you in person. I remain Jarl Sidgir of Falkreath.
Come and see what good I
Oh, Frida. I guess being kind does pay off. Well, I suppose the vampires can wait a couple more days. Maybe a warmer climate is just what I need. One last snowberry for the road. Being angry is for the slaughterfish.
One side, coming through.
I'm going to miss that kid. Oh, bandits beware. For your fate is to be pointed and laughed at by travelers in your underwear. Morning. I'll be right back. First, I have to say goodbye. Anger will do nothing but pollute whatever cause I choose to set out and bleed for. I am Paxton. Peace. My father named me, and that shall I seek. Good morning, Dad. Well, I'm going to try to follow your lessons and not let my emotions get the best of me. I'm headed to the hold of Falkreath. My good deed for an old woman in town apparently has brought me some sort of fortune. Whether it's good or not, we'll find out. I won't forget these people or their nightmares. I will return at a later date to help slay their demons and to say hello. It sure is a beautiful view. Take care, Dad. Goodbye for now. I remember Frida mentioning the other day her friend whose nephew was quite powerful. Sidgear. I paid no attention to it. Ahoy there!
Looking to hire a boat?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Where you headed?
Well, if you don't mind, how about you drop me at the capital?
Climb on in the boat and get comfortable.
Someone pooped in my seat. I want my gold back.
You talk to
that
Ed,
was
brothers.
pleasant.
Deja has no words for you.
Apparently, you have 11 words for me, Deja. Now that was one way to forget about my bad mood. 50 gold to step in someone's excrement. Now that's a city. Wow. They have to have a carriage around here somewhere. A warm sea breeze. Never thought I'd feel that again. I once heard that the sun shines on a son's heart in need of warmth. Maybe up there. Oh, the mysteries that must hide behind the beauty of this countryside. Well, that's convenient. Hello. I don't suppose your carriage is for hire.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
I'm headed down to Falkreath, friend.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. I can't wait here forever.
Sorry, I'm hurrying. Going to stab you in the face. I'm ready.
Sun feels good, huh?
It really does. You don't have to follow me, friend. You can just say hello.
I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
Oh. Well, okay then. Can't remember the last time I seen a thistle. It's warm. I gotta get this thing off. That's better. Sun's not even up and I don't need a cloak. Huh.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I received your letter, Jarl Siggeir. I am Paxton.
Ah, it's you.
Yes, it's me.
Well, now we'll see if the stories about you are true. There's a group of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with. The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it.
It will be done.
Good.
Damn it, Frida.
Execute every last bandit. Spare no one.
Highness? Boy, you're as crooked as the gate guard's knee who took that arrow. What have I got myself into? Knife Point Ridge. Not too far. I'm going to need a change of gear for this journey, I think. Suppose I'll just wait for the smithy.
Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengeir first, and the Empire second.
Falkreath seems like a quiet little town.
Only inside the gates. Much of Falkreath Hold is wilderness, and there's plenty of trouble to be had.
So loyalty's important to you, huh?
I was Dengeir's personal guard for years. I risked my hide more than once to protect him. Why would I do that? For money? Because I swore an oath? No. It was because he was a good man and a true friend. A true Nord places loyalty and honor above all else.
Well, I'd love to chat, Lod, but may I see your inventory, please?
Looking to protect yourself? Or deal some damage?
Damage, preferably. But I suppose protection might help as well. I'm not the mace-wielding sort, but I'm sure they'll come in handy. Suppose I'm going to need some cooler gear out here. Won't be needing these anymore.
See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.
I appreciate you turning your head for the privacy, sir. It seems I could do with a few more meals in my belly. A little heavy, but definitely cooler.
Is there something I can do for you?
Maybe later. Morning.
Heard there were wolves on the road up north.
Thanks for the news. Hello there.
Unless you intend to bury someone, this isn't the place you're looking for, traveler.
What's this about burials?
Falkreath is known for its graveyard, traveler. We've buried more dead than you can imagine. I just finished giving my old war companion Barrett a proper burial by fire. Old Hardhead hated the idea of being lost cold in the ground. Could you deliver the ashes to Runil, the priest of Arcay? He'll know the right blessings to make for Barrett's soul.
Privileged.
Thank you. Till next time.
Okay. Morning.
That's good armor you've got there, friend. Iron,
thank you.
solid, and true.
Guards are pretty nice around here. Hello there, I'm looking for a man named
Strangers
Runil.
like you bring war. I've seen enough war.
Well, okay then. You must be Runil.
Ghost is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. I take care of the shrine.
You're a priest of Archay?
I am. I came into Archay's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Kust and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return.
If I come across it in my travels, I'll be sure to hold it for you.
Blessing of Archay to you for your help.
For now, I have these ashes from Thedgear for you.
Ah, Barrett's ashes. He was a good man. Not many warriors grow to a fine old age. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'll make sure he gets his rights. Here, for your trouble.
Very kind of you, Father. So you tend to the graveyard alone, do you?
Oh, merciful Archay, no. I'm too old and frail, and this graveyard is too large. Kust is my assistant. He helps me tend the headstones and keep our cemetery clean, as befits a place of rest. That journal means a lot to me, if you find it.
For now, Father. Well, his journal's right down the road. What? How the? Teleportation, huh, Father? I need to learn that spell one day.
Was once like us, bound
Funeral.
to winding mortality. But he willingly gave up this existence, that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death. It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal, and in the end, peace. May the spirit of Lavinia and all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius. And may we one day rejoin them in eternity.
Good speech. Hello.
My husband Matthias and I tend Corpse Light Farm.
Are you all right?
A sad time.
Who passed away?
Our daughter. Our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter.
How did she come to pass?
She was... He ripped her apart, like a saber cat tears a deer. We barely found enough of her to bury.
What monster did this?
Sinding. Came through as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him. What could drive a man to do something like this?
My condolences, Matthias.
I just don't understand what kind of man does that.
Huh. I have an idea. But for now, the Jarl. Whoop. Does every town have one of these doors? North by northwest. And they're not even inside of a lover's tent. I still got it. It's nice having joints that aren't frozen. Oh. Oh. Good afternoon. You smell like a rotten cheese wedge. Ah! Ah! Burns! Rock joint is an acute common disease affecting a victim's manual dexterity. Symptoms include painful swelling and the immobility of all joints. So much for frozen joints, huh? Burns. Get rid of these feral creatures before they attack someone else. This really feels unpleasant. Whoa. Come on, I gotcha. Ah! Not moving as quickly. I'm going to have to find a cure for this before the night's out, or I'm going to be in some serious trouble. Almost there. My inner alchemist. And there's the lookout. I'm thinking stealth. Up. Come on. Come on. Not now, Belly. And good night. Oh boy, that's trouble.